We are already a week into May, and temperatures across most parts of the country are still below 40 degrees Celsius. Quite surprisingly slow, especially for northwest India, which saw a scorching summer last year. We have with us Director General of Meteorology, Dr. M. Mohapatra, who will help us understand the reasons behind this unusual weather. And is it one of the many impacts of climate change that we are now set to witness? IMD had predicted an increased probability of heat waves this summer. Then we updated the forecast in late April that the temperatures across northwest India will remain below normal. Is it unusual for a time like May?
Yeah, certainly. If you just look at the first week of May so far, the temperatures are below normal, but still temperature have started rising. Past 2 days, if you just look at, and especially we have given today the heat wave warning for Bangladesh West Bengal for next 5 days. During next 5 days, heat wave may develop, and temperature is rising over eastern India. And this type of weather, if you compare with the normal conditions, certainly it is not expected in the month of May. But sometimes what happens, if there is a western disturbance passing over northwest India and is being supported by the moisture supplied by Bay of Bengal or Arabian Sea, it can lead to good thunderstorm activity. And this year thunderstorm activity has been quite good because of this interaction with the moisture supply from Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea and the western disturbance passing more frequently over the northwest India. So at the same time, the southern India also has experienced the thunderstorm activity. Eastern India, except northeastern states, which usually gets more thunderstorms, this year has got less. So because of that, the country as a whole, if you just look at, the rainfall has been quite above normal during this first week of May. But thing is that now onwards, the activity of thunderstorm is going to reduce. Temperature is expected to rise, and there could be heat wave conditions in some places in eastern parts of country, starting with Ganges to West Bengal, and gradually it can go up to Odisha, Jharkhand, and Bihar. And if you look at the forecast, yes, we predicted heat wave conditions for the month of May, like month of April, in the central part of country especially, that is eastern India, including Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, and Odisha, and to some extent East UP also we predicted, and coastal areas of Gujarat that we predicted. We have not predicted heat wave conditions above normal or something like that over the northwest India. So that is also expectation now. As the situation is evolving now, we are expecting that in the coming week temperature will rise everywhere, but it will be significant rise over the eastern part of the country, leading to heat wave conditions in some parts.
But do the scientists link these unusual weather patterns to climate change, or are these part of interannual variations?
Yeah, climate change leads to increased frequency of heat waves. Also, it leads to increased frequency of thunderstorms and lightning. But that is not across the globe and is not everywhere. But this year, what happens actually, the frequency of heat wave conditions over the main heat core area, that is northwest India and west central India, it is less. At the same time, the thunderstorm frequency has become more as expected in the changing scenario. So I will say that the variability has also increased along with the trend in temperature or frequency of temperature rise and thunderstorm activity. There has been increase in variability. So due to this variability, you can expect sometimes the below normal temperatures along with the more frequent more frequent thunderstorm activity in the region. But basic trend is that temperature is rising and heat wave frequency, duration and intensity is increasing over the years.
Right. So as climate change intensifies, we are going to see more of extreme weather events. Talking about that, we have a cyclone developing in the Bay of Bengal. It's too early to really determine the track and intensity, but IMD has made the recent forecast. So could you tell us more about it?
Yeah, today a low pressure area has formed over southeast Bay of Bengal and adjoining Southeast Andaman Sea. We are expecting that it will move northwestwards and intensify into a depression tomorrow, that is 9th, and into a cyclone storm, say 10th evening or 11th morning. It will continue to move northwestwards towards central Bay of Bengal, and it may go up to the intensity of very severe cyclone storm. That means wind speed can be more than 120 kilometers per hour over central Bay of Bengal on 11th. Thereafter, from 12th, its direction will change, and it will start moving towards north-northeast and reach near Bangladesh, Myanmar coast. But while going towards that area, it will also intensify. Therefore, the maximum intensity what will happen, that will be known only after the formation of depression or the cyclones. But at present, we have just given the information that a very severe cyclone storm is likely to develop over the Bay of Bengal. But if you just look at the track what we have predicted today, that is very close to Andaman Nicobar Islands. So today we have given the warning for Nicobar Islands that heavy rainfall can occur in isolated places. Tomorrow there could be heavy to very heavy rainfall over the Nicobar Islands. And on 10th and 11th we can expect heavy to very heavy rainfall at few places and extremely heavy rainfall. That means rainfall exceeding 20 centimeter in some places in Andaman Nicobar Islands. In addition to this, the sea condition, if you just look at over the East Central Bay of Bengal, Southeast Bay of Bengal, Andaman Sea is likely to worsen. So today we have given the rough sea conditions, and tomorrow it will be very rough, and after tomorrow it will be high sea conditions. By that way the wave height over the sea will be quite significant, and it will create trouble for the marine activity. We also expect the wind speed today, it is 40 to 50 kilometers per hour over Southeast Bay of Bengal, Southeast Andaman Sea and Nicobar Islands also. And tomorrow it may go up to 50 to 60 kmph by evening, and on 10th evening it may go up to 60 to 70 kmph. Thereafter also it will increase, but it will not increase over Andaman Sea and Andaman Nicobar Islands. Okay. Over Andaman Nicobar Islands, maximum wind speed we have predicted 60 to 80 kmph. Okay. But over central, that is East Central Bay of Bengal, the wind speed can increase further. So therefore, if you just look at the trawlers, ships and boats, etc., it will be dangerous for them. So we have given warning starting with past 1 week. We are giving warning. Today also we kept warning. The fishermen should not venture into these disturbed areas because of the developing cyclone, and they should not go to Southeast Bay of Bengal, Andaman Sea and East Central Bay of Bengal. Those who are there already, they should return to the safer areas. The next point is that there are many activities like say marine activities, including the shipping, then offshore operations, oil explorations, etc., which can be affected. So therefore we have also given advisory and warning for that purpose. The third point is that many people visit Andaman Nicobar Islands for tourism, and that may create problems. So we have advised that tourism should be regulated, and no people should go off the shore for any surfing activity or any creation activities.
So hearing it from the cyclone man of India, IMD will release a second long-range forecast very soon, and it will give a date of the onset of the monsoon over India and also its distribution during the 4-month period starting May.